you can only watch it for the first time once. It'll be interesting to see what we catch and what we don't.
Did you ever play the video game Mass Effect?
This is where Babylon 5 is becoming Babylon 5.
That was great. I love that.
100% completely accurate, definitive ranking of Babylon 5.
I love it so much.
We're officially into it, Jeff.
The year is 2025. The name of the podcast, Babylon 5, for the second time.
Welcome to Babylon 5 for the second time. My name is Brent Allen.
And I'm Jeff Akin. Brent and I used to be Star Trek podcasters, but then we watched Babylon 5 for the first time, and everything changed. So we've decided to watch this incredible series here for a second time, so we can catch all those things that we could not possibly have caught the first time around.
We're picking up those threads, Jeff. Picking up the kernels that got left behind. I feel like there should be a song I'm about to break into, but for the sake of the listening audience, I will refrain. Along with those threads, those kernels that we didn't even know JMS was dropping along the way. And yes, I am seeding this because we're going to talk about this later on in tonight's episode. Along with those kernels that we didn't know that we're catching along for the first time, we are also still looking, what are the messages? What are the messages that we now know that we can actually go read the source and say, what did you mean by this? All of those sorts of things. We're looking for things that hold up a mirror to society, things that give us hope that things can be better in the future, or things that maybe just teach us how to be better human beings to one another. Now, that being said, Jeff has mentioned, and I have too, I guess at this point, this is our second watch. Jeff and I have completed the entire series. We've seen the whole thing front to back. We've done some of the spinoff stuff. We've watched extracurricular stuff. That means that from this point forward, anything from any point in the franchise, from any point in the timeline, is fair game for Jeff and I to talk about. So this is your spoiler warning. If you have not seen this show before, stop this right now. Don't go forward anymore. Go join our first watch show. We have that. Just a playlist back or something like that. And catch us there. And then as you go through the show for the first time, trust us, it's much better this way. Eventually, you'll want to do your second watch and then pick up with us here. And now you can keep going.
We're watching this week, Brent, Divided Loyalties. For the second time, do you remember what you thought of this one the first time around?
I liked this episode. I really, really liked this episode. The biggest thing, in fact, the only thing that sticks out to me is summed up in 2 words. It's one of the best parts of the entire franchise.
I feel like we should do the writing
franchise.
thing again.
Do what?
We should do the writing thing again because I think I know those 2 words.
Well, just say it for me.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Evil Talia. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Evil Talia. It's one of the best moments, and it happened for 90 seconds on screen.
Right?
It just, so good. It's so good. Turns out there's a lot of other stuff from this episode I have no memory of, or I remember it, I just didn't know it was from this episode. The other thing I do remember, because it's of course tied to this episode, is how completely out of left field the Talia Ivanova thing felt. And we have been tracking this relationship a lot more on our second watch. How about you, Jeff? What do you remember about this first one? Going through the first time?
Pretty much the exact same thing. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Loved Evil Talia. I remember, same. At the time, I was like, so Talia and Ivanova, I think we debated if they were actually like together or what's actually happening here. Yeah. But I remember talking about and having the impression of like, what a brilliant way to introduce, this relationship in a way of just like it just happens, right? Like we just thought it was a fantastic representation and thought it was fantastic. I think I really, really liked this one.
Well, Jeff, you don't have to think, buddy.
Oh, thank God.
You can know. And you want to know how you can know that you can know?
How's that?
I can tell you because I went back and I listened to our first episode.
You did?
I did. Go figure.
That's awesome.
I know, right?
Get those numbers up.
Myself. Yeah. Yeah. That's all we're trying to do. We're just trying to get the download numbers up. I'd start it and stop it and start it and stop it. Just every time, boost it. Actually, that's not how podcasting numbers work at all.
At all. No, but it's a good try. I appreciate the effort.
Right. Jeff, you and I both were very, very high in this episode. We loved this episode, like front to back, the whole way around. We talked about for a while about how we had kind of crapped all over season 2. And we stumbled over our words a little bit talking about how we've been hating on. No, I'm not hating on. We've been very honest about our feelings of season 2 up to this point, which had not been great.
No.
Had not been great.
Not the first time around. Let's be really clear. The first time around.
Yeah. And listen, I fully, I remember you and I had these conversations offline of like, man, what, like, it just feels like episode after episode, we're just dumping on the show, but we really like it. And, you know, we, again, for whatever reason, it was after Gropos, just felt like it really turned a corner for us. And it did in a big way. But yeah, no, you and I both really liked it. I said that I called this one a filler episode, not connected to anything else.
Okay.
Which, was it? Really? I mean, yes, it was Talia's sign off, but I mean, there was the Psychor stuff. There was Sheridan and Delenn have a spot of this. Their relationship goes on to another step. We get Ivanova's whole latent telepath thing coming out of this. Like, this is more than just a filler episode. Like, there's some big explorations of stuff that happens here. I said that this one had a high rewatch value, that there's tons and tons of clues, because this is a whodunit. Ultimately, this episode is a whodunit.
Yeah.
It's a murder mystery type deal, right? And the rewatch value lies in knowing the end and going back to the very beginning and seeing all the threads, all the clues, all the seeds that get laid. Almost like this episode is a little microcosm of what you and I are doing as Babylon 5 for the second time as a whole, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And I can't wait, knowing how it ends, knowing it's all evil Talia. It's all Talia. It was Talia all along. You and I to watch this together and hit those threads, hit those things. Speaking of picking up the seeds, you and I spent a long time, a very, very long time, discussing the Ivanova-Talia relationship.
Okay.
And at what point did it go from, hey, these are just two friends hanging out, having a chit chat, to, oh, they're having a sleepover. Oh, no.
Not much
they
sleeping.
Are sleeping over. Like, even to the point of like, we were dissecting like, okay, Jeff, so you and I are in a bed together. We're on a trip. We're sharing a bed. And I wake up, this is you talking, and I wake up and I'm like, wow, I don't think Brent's in the bed with me. I don't roll over and reach out and touch you and try to feel you. No, I grab my phone, I turn my flashlight on, and I look and see if you're there. I'm not touching you.
Right.
I'm like, fair enough. By the way, that is the correct response if that ever happens. So.
Yeah. Yes. Correct.
It almost happened when we did that convention.
It did.
Had to make sure we got the room with 2 beds, please. Let's just be clear. I love that man, but we are not that kind of love. I made it. Jeff, I have a question.
All right.
Okay, this is because I don't actually know the answer to this. In our episodes, there's an ad break.
Yeah.
And it's usually you did an ad read for us for Patreon. It's our Patreon ad break. Okay. It gets dropped in the middle of our episodes. We don't plan it in the middle of the episode. It just gets dropped in.
Yeah.
Is that AI finding a place to do it, or are you manually saying go right here?
It's the host figuring out they find a spot to do it. You can choose a place to put it, but I just let it figure its thing.
So they picked a great spot for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, they really. And if you're not listening to the audio podcast, you're not going to understand this. So, but this is purely on the audio side. I made a Trek reference. Big Trek reference, right? And it goes immediately to the ad break. Like that's where dun, 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 and it dips out and goes straight to the ad break. Goes through the ad, comes back on, and the very first thing you hear when it comes up on the other side is such a great thing to come out of an ad break into.
Right.
I was like, oh my gosh, that was an interesting place to hit that cut.
Like I wasn't already upset that I was trying to get sold something, and then you got to hit me with this.
Right. But speaking of the Ivanova and Talia stuff, like I talked about how I didn't see it coming at all. You know, and through the second watch, you and I have talked about like, is there sexual overtones? Is there sexual tension between these two for episodes now? Where has that been? And you feel like you've been tracking it a lot more than I say you're reading into it, because I don't think it's really been there. Like I think there was one spot maybe a couple weeks ago where I was like, okay, I can kind of see that one. But outside of that, I don't think it's really been there. You've been kind of like, that's it.
And I think it's because I know. I think if you didn't know, you wouldn't pick up on any of it.
Hey, we actually have experimental proof of that concept.
Right?
Yeah. If you don't know, you're not picking up on it. I'm sorry, I just saw this. I'm assuming this is talking about you and I being in a bed together. Nia's like, that is not what happens in my Bad Nerds fanfic.
You get that at patreon.com/badnerdsfanfic.
I love you guys. Hey, speaking of fanfic, Jeff, in our episode, you came up with what has to be one of my favorite t-shirt design ideas.
Really?
We need to make this. We never made this happen, but
We have so
need
many
to make
shirts
this
we
happen.
have to make happen.
Put this on the actual list. I know we have a list somewhere, but put this on the list. You're talking about after it was actually the way you ended your recap. Talking about Lita looking at Kosh and getting to see him naked again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you go, because once you go Vorlon, you'll never go human.
So dumb.
But it'd be such a great. You just have a picture of Lita and Kosh like in silhouette. Just once you go Vorlon, you never go human. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Put a little Bad Nerds thing on the side.
Dude,
there you go.
We dug so hard for some of this stuff in those recaps. Like, wow.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You asked a question. You wanted to know, what did Lita see when she looked at Kosh? Jeff, I need you to sit back, put your seatbelt on.
Okay.
I'm going to read you my transcription almost word for word of what you said.
Okay.
All right. You what does Lita see? I said, is he like a drug?
Okay.
You know, like she sees it and like it feeds the hippocampus, which releases the oxytocin in her body, and it's like a hit of like a drug, you know, just visually, right? You said, what if whatever it is that you see is what you think you want to see? Like whatever your version of God is. Or like if you ever saw an angel, wouldn't you do what you needed to do to see that angel again? Yeah. Jeff, listen, buddy, I know you hit the Anna thing, you hit the Sheridan or the Sinclair Valen thing, and those were like, for both of those, you were like 95% dead on.
Right.
This one, my friend, boom. Take your crown. You earned it, buddy.
Oh my God.
You earned it.
I don't remember that at all. Like it was just such like, you know,
I was driving. I was in the Target parking lot. I almost got in an accident. I was like, what? Oh my God. And here's the thing, Jeff. Remind me, when do we get to see Kosh outside of his little thingy?
next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty nuts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But I tell you, you and I, we both loved Evil Talia like so much. We were asking if is this because Andre Thompson was off the show? She was leaving the show. To which I got to imagine everybody, I'm listening to it. I'm going, yeah, it's her trap door, you Nimrod. Family friendly show. I got to be careful what I say. Like, yeah, it's the trap door. Like, of course it is. Yeah, she's off the show. Duh, can't you tell that she's leaving the show? Because you and I were very much on like dude, she's turned evil. Like, she's gone evil. She's going to be the new evil. She might not be on every episode, but she'll come back a couple, 2, 3, 4 times a season and, you know, stir some stuff up. And that actually, the whole relationship, having that relationship with Ivanova to now have like the weirdness of what that is, being on the other side, oh, that'd be so great. And we discussed a lot whether Talia was alive or dead. You actually thought she might be dead, and I was very insistent that she was still alive.
You have been to date, actually.
I still think she's alive. Yeah, like, which, first of all, I was proven right that when she left, she was alive after this. Mm-hmm. I don't know how long it took for Bester to get to the moment that he says they did something to her, but I will plant my flag in the ground. Bester was lying through his teeth that Talia is still out there doing a thing.
Yeah.
I will. And I love the fact that JMS refuses to answer the question.
Right. It's all up to us.
I love, he refuses to answer that. So I love it. I love it. I love it.
Brent, the chat is correcting us. It's not next week. We'll see. They're saying it's not next week. We'll see Kosh. It's in 3 weeks. But what they don't know is we're going to skip the next 2 episodes and just jump right to the season finale. We
didn't tell them that yet?
We haven't. So it is next
okay.
week.
See?
I'm kidding. It's going to be in a couple weeks that it happens. So
Yeah. So we went through all that. And then we talked a bit about the sleeper agent thing. the whole idea of a sleeper agent. Talked a lot about not Babylon 5. Talked a lot about Battlestar Galactica and the Cylon thing, Manchurian Candidate. But we asked, what if other characters are sleeper agents?
Kind of turned into like a Final Five conversation thing.
Yeah, and I had a theory, and you didn't notice this at all. So I want to point this out because I want you to go. Now, you and I know there's no other sleeper agents.
Right.
There's the spoiler, folks. I told you. We know there's not.
Or if there are, they never woke up. They never
woke up. Yeah, exactly. Right. So you and I know that's not the case. But I said Londo, and you just brushed me off. You're like, no. And I said, no, wait a minute. Because what did Talia say? What did evil Talia say when she looked at Ivanova? She said the phrase, "My dear good friend Ivanova." Oh. And that's the phrase Londo uses all the time. So what if it's Londo as well? That's the clue. And I was off on that train. It turns out that one was just a dog barking up an empty tree.
Yeah, I'm like, no, dude, shut up. Just no. It's a good pickup, though. Like, that's the little programming language they'd use.
There you go. Last thing, though, Jeff, is you and I both just kind of gushed a little bit over how cute Delenn and Sheridan were.
Really?
They're so cute. And we loved how they're slow playing their relationship, which, I mean, we've talked about that. Like, we love how earned their relationship is. In television as a whole, in sci-fi as a whole, because so often these things aren't earned.
Far too often.
Yeah. So, Jeff, that's what you and I said. I'm curious. I know the man himself is keeping mum on some things, but did he have anything else to say about this episode?
He had so much to say about this episode.
Yeah.
I've whittled it down. I'm going to save quite a few of them for during the episode itself.
Okay.
But, yeah, so we talked about, you were talking about, and we were questioning, would we have seen this coming? Like, it's that second watch. Yeah. Are there little things you can pick up on? Joe says, one of the motifs we've played with from the start was always showing Talia in mirrors. In Race, in Zahadum, and others, really? Always showing the reflection, her opposite, just to set up on an emotionally symbological level.
Damn it, Jeff. Now I got to go watch these first two seasons for a third time because now I want to see that.
I
wish you would have told us that way back when. We could have been watching for it.
You almost get a list of like, hey, watch for these things.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. I love little production clues like that are very subtle, but they mean something. I love that sort of stuff.
It is good. He confirms the evil Talia is indeed Control from Spider in the Web. There was a question online. It said they said if Talia was Control in Spider in the Web, why would she order herself eliminated? JMS's answer: my sense was that the Control part, which sometimes moved at night, reported that the mission could be jeopardized. Then Bureau 13 gave the order to eliminate. Nowhere does it say that Control said the second half of the sentence. I don't know what the second half of the sentence was.
So let's remember. When we saw Bureau 13, there was a lady in a chair talking, like on a phone or something of that nature, or into a microphone or whatever it was, right? That person was not evil Talia.
No.
Or is that what he's saying?
He's saying that actual Control is evil Talia. The other lady was just Bureau 13.
She was one of the Bureau 13s. Because you and I have talked about whether or not Talia was one of the assets.
The components.
Yeah, one of the components. So she was not a component. She was Control. So she was the mastermind of this whole thing.
Yeah. Evil Talia specifically.
Yeah.
Who?
So wait. What's the real personality? Is the real personality evil Talia, or is the real personality sweet, nice Talia, and this is something that's been imprinted on top of her by Psychor?
I'm pretty sure it's sweet, nice Talia, and the evil Talia has been imprinted upon her. So that's what he says too. Like the Control part, which sometimes moved at night. So this isn't actually the first time evil Talia pops out. Evil Talia's popped out before, but good Talia, sweet Talia, never knew.
Okay, she just didn't know why she was tired the next morning.
Yeah, exactly. God, I thought I got
some good sleep, but man, maybe not.
There's a comment that came up in the council chambers chat. And by the way, folks, if you're watching or listening, if you want to join us during our recordings, council chamber tier subscribers to our Patreon get to do that, and they chat, and that's the stuff that we're pulling up here from time to time. So thank you, and it's literally the next thing I have on my list. Question came up in the conversation for JMS. It says, if Laurel Takashima had stayed with the crew, and shot Garibaldi and Chrysalis, would she have been control?
Okay.
Yes. It says Laurel would have been control. There would have indeed been an implanted personality there, acting without even her knowing about it. And it would have been this implanted personality that would have been the one that shot Garibaldi.
Okay.
He goes on. If Laurel had stayed with the show, by the middle of year 2, the fact that she was control would have been revealed via the password incident. At that point,
the password incident?
What we're going to watch in this episode here.
Oh, okay.
Says after that, one particular possibility was that her second in command under her, a rather dour Russian lieutenant named Ivanova, would have been promoted to take her place while Laurel was moved off the chessboard.
Okay.
This was planned because we knew going in that Tamlin Tomita had a growing film career, and we probably could have only kept her for a couple of years in the best of circumstances.
All right.
And then Brent, he gets to the piece that everyone wants to know.
Yeah.
There's a couple versions of this story. Like there's the story and then it's not different stories. It's just kind of different perspectives on it.
Uh-huh.
And I kind of pulled this together from all that. There are a number of actors who feel, this isn't Jeff saying this is JMS.
Mm-hmm.
There are a number of actors who feel that if they're in a story, then they should be at the center of the story. Andrea seemed to feel that if she was in an episode, the episode should be about her character and was consistently lobbying for this despite the fact that it would cut into the arc and time for other characters on screen. Babylon 5 is an ensemble show. Time on screen is determined by story, not by whim or personal insistence. And yeah, we used her 8 or 9 times in any given season, but by contract, we paid her for a full 13, whether she appeared in them or not. We were never under any obligation to give her any guarantee. Andreas and Peter have often appeared as many times in a season as Andrea and didn't even have a guarantee for the first 2 seasons.
They didn't?
Right.
Andrea did, but they didn't?
Isn't that wild?
Are you serious?
He noted too, is like, now they do, at the time that he wrote
this.
He goes on and talks about how when she would be lobbying for parts, Jerry Doyle, who she was married to at the time, would then follow up and he would also lobby on her behalf.
Sure.
So ultimately, this was a mutual parting of the ways where she wasn't getting her way and he was kind of sick of dealing with her.
He meaning JMS, not Jerry Doyle.
Probably both, considering
we know her and Jerry Doyle split rather soon after this, I believe.
Yeah, JMS is the one I'm referring to. I'm pretty sure maybe Jerry Doyle a little bit too. So
this wasn't that she had another offer, she wanted to go do another show, or there was a movie out there for her or anything like that. This was just, at least according to JMS, this is just JMS's side, not necessarily, we haven't heard it. Is there any word out there where you're able to find anything about her kind of giving her side of the story? Because I know, like with the Ivanova thing, JMS has his side and Claudia has her side, and those aren't 100% compatible.
They are not. No. Yeah, so, I did not find her side of the story. I also didn't spend a lot of time. It might be out there. I just did a quick cursory search on it and didn't find it. But those are things I found, Brent. There's some more that I have for when we get into the episode itself. So what do you say we do that and get into the episode?
Let's do that.
It's going to happen right now. For those of you joining us for the first time especially, every episode is somebody's first episode. This is a great one to start with. But just to remind everyone, what's going to happen is Brent and I are going to watch this episode right now. We're going to bring it up. We're going to watch it in real time with you. We're going to talk about it. We're going to react. We're going to have conversation, do all that kind of great stuff, the fun stuff. For YouTube, those of you watching us on YouTube, we're going to kind of chop it up, do the reaction style thing. We have to do that for YouTube. And but we also have we have an unedited version with all of the stuff where we're watching the whole episode. You can catch that over at our Patreon page, patreon.com/badnerd.
And if you're listening to the audio podcasting app, you're going to hear that reaction. We're going to pull the video out and you'll have the audio of that, because Jeff and I are going to have some conversations in the middle of the episode, and we don't want you guys to miss those conversations. And then on the other side, as Jeff said, we're going to come back and we're going to have the full conversations where we break down any messages that we found. We'll re-rank this in our new 100% completely accurate definitive ranking of Babylon 5, and have a good time talking about it all.
Sure
so
will.
Jeff, let's watch this episode.
Let's do it.
Accessing file.
So this is sewers in the future? That's mucky water. No. That's you call that brown water, right? Or black water.
Is that you? Yeah, me. I did it, Derek. I got the info. We gotta get you to the hospital. No time. It's all here. Get it to him, Derek. Get it to Babylon 5. Tell him it's not safe. There's danger within. Tell him.
Tell him what? Spit it out. So those are Rangers, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm saying that because, like, at the end, you kind of see his badge, the little pin thing. I really wish that they would have gone, not like out of their way, but a little more out of their way to, like, make it clear
That's what they were. Mm-hmm. Andrew asked how you work that into the dialogue. You don't. You just zoom in on the badge or something.
Or just have some lighting so you can see it.
Actually, I got up early this morning.
I remember
took
this.
a walk in the garden.
I like the
Know what
little
I
shoulder
miss?
thing.
It's hard to believe it's taken us so long to get to this point. 2 years.
Well, you didn't exactly make it easy.
Me? How about you?
I'll have you know I've been nothing but compassionate and understanding. I mean, all you had to do was admit that you were wrong and I was right, and everything would have been fine.
Okay, this
Yeah.
is total flirting, sexual tension.
This is a date.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to say it's their first
Came in
date.
through the jump gate a
Yeah.
few minutes ago.
That's why they're like, how did it take us
Now
so
it's just-
long to get here?
They had sex last night, and this is their actual date.
Yeah.
The day after. It's like, something happened last night, and now they're finally like, okay, fine.
Maybe go get something to eat or
We
something.
we should go, hang out and talk and whatnot and do a thing. Like that's 100%. We have not seen tide nor tittle of that till this point right here.
Not to this level, especially. I mean, that's
Yeah. Also, on a first watch, not even that tripped an alarm in my mind. That's just they were literally two friends who used to be at odds being like, wow, it just took us so long to get here and whatever. So
also, like, for me, I hate relationships on television, so I wouldn't even be looking for. I just like, no.
yeah,
it's dumb.
I tend to just be oblivious. Like yeah.
I have so many stories, but that's not for this podcast.
Yeah,
It's like-
there's things I can't say, but
Driving home. Oh shoot, that was what?
oh, that's what she meant. Oh crap! You mean I could have? Oh,
Is it too late? Yeah, it's too late. It'd be weird.
They can't believe it in the council chamber chat. They can't believe that I might be oblivious to something.
It's not possible.
They've known me for 3-4 years now, and it doesn't track at all, does
Not
it?
at all. Not at all.
Unidentified ship, this is Babylon Control. Please respond. Anything?
Negative. Still registering one life form.
All right, let's bring her in, see what's inside.
Life form or life sign?
Doc.
Any
I still
electric
say
in the
that was
ship's ID?
dumb.
No. Which leads me to think it's probably a bogus serial number.
Have you reported it yet?
No. Not until I know a little bit more about what's inside.
Dr. Franklin, confirm one passenger. She's unconscious, injured, but alive.
All right, bring her in. Dr. Franklin to
She must have been related to
Received
somebody.
one
Get that
patient.
part.
Human. Extent and cause of injuries unknown.
Confirmed. Standing by.
I missed a thing.
Okay.
When Ivanova invited Talia to stay at her place, JMS says that the female Babylon 5 editorial staff have called this the Battle of the Big Red Poofy Lip Gloss. But he would never say such a thing. He'd just repeat it in print.
Wow. All righty then.
I know her. It's Lita.
Who?
Lita Alexander. She arrived here the day before Ambassador Kosh came aboard from the Vorlon Empire. Only somebody tried to kill him as soon as he stepped off his ship. Lita agreed to scan him to try and save his life.
By grabbing the hand that he
She
doesn't
couldn't
have.
see what was inside his encounter suit, but she did manage to get into Kosh's mind, the only human who's ever done it, and survived. She thought she saw Commander Sinclair trying to kill Kosh. Turns out it was somebody using a changeling that to impersonate him. She and the doctor who operated on Kosh were recalled to Earth a few weeks later.
I
After the
love this
scan,
continuity so much.
She was never quite the same. It's hard to explain, but from that day on, she was never quite right anymore.
It's pretty interesting from a meta standpoint that Jerry Doyle is having to give the backstory for the person who's going to be replacing his wife on the show. Stand by. We'll be right back. Are you ready to take your Babylon 5 for the first time experience to the next level? With our exclusive Patreon, you'll get access to all kinds of cool stuff that you can only find there. our recording notes, unedited reaction videos, an exclusive Discord community. And you can even be listed as a producer of the show. Plus, we even offer exclusive meet and greets and hangouts. You won't find this kind of experience anywhere else. Get all these amazing benefits, plus the opportunity to interact with other fans from around the world. It's being part of a huge community where everyone shares the same appreciation for Babylon 5. Subscribe at patreon.com/Babylon5First. That's the number 5 and the word first to get access to these incredible benefits. That's patreon.com/Babylon5First. We can't wait to see you there.
Right. Was there any word from JMS about the return of Lita to the show? If like she was available, so we brought her back, or did you have anything about that?
There's a couple of things. One big piece, I think it's this one. She had just had a kid a little while ago. Yeah, in fact, I'm going to bring that up in a little bit.
Okay.
She had just had a baby about a month before. He wanted Lita in the role the whole time, but a lot of reasons it didn't work out. The delay between the pilot and this, and so he was really excited that everything kind of landed in a way that they were able to bring her back.
I can do it! I want to see the captain.
Yes, well, all in good time.
This can't wait.
Yes, it can.
I want to see Captain Sheridan now. I want to see everyone all together. I don't want to be alone with any of you.
Why?
Just give him a message. Tell him that someone here, one of you, is a traitor. And I can prove it.
This might be the greatest comment that has ever been made from our council chambers from Delenn. Lita had heard of Franklin's past with his patients, and that's why she reacted that way.
Here, all right, Jeff. Here, we're gonna reenact this scene with. It's the exact same scene, literally with Lita. You play the part of Lita. I'll play the part of literally anybody not named Stephen Franklin.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yep.
Because we'll do this. Right. Here we go. Hey, you're awake.
Yeah. What happened?
What? We found you on the ship. You were here. What's going on?
Where am I?
You're on Babylon 5.
Oh, thank God. Is Captain Sheridan around?
Yeah, sure. I can go get him for you. You want to follow me? Come with me.
Let's go. I need to talk
Can
to
I
him
get you
right
some
now.
water? Is it?
No, I need to talk to him first.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's it.
Just follow me. Let's go. That's no, but it's creepy Franklin,
right? No,
whose reputation has gotten in front of him, and it's like, I need to see him right now. You stay away from me. I love that interpretation of that scene.
What I'm about to tell you
so
costs
good.
Men their lives. It nearly cost mine. A sleeper program. They bring someone in and work them over with drugs and deep scans to create a new personality, a personality suited to their needs. This personality is then submerged so far into the subconscious that it won't show up, even on a deep scan. It's always there, watching, listening, spying, until the day the password is sent telepathically. It can't be just spoken. It has to be sent directly into the brain.
Is she nuts?
At that moment, the real personality is destroyed, and the implanted one takes control.
I'm going to take us back a minute. I just have to point out a thing that is driving me absolutely up a wall.
Okay.
She's overly enunciating the word personality every time, and to the point where it's something that had to have been coached to her. It's
okay. You stop. Pause it. Would you like me to now tell you something that is going to drive you crazy, because it drove me crazy the first time and is driving me crazy again?
Okay.
God, this was so boring when I was re-listening to it the first time. I was like, Brent, get off of it. But for as good as this episode is, the sound mix on this episode is all over the place.
You're not wrong.
It's so high. It's so low. There's no sometimes the music is way overpowered. Like, there's no consistency on the mix in this particular episode. And especially listening to it in cans. Yeah. It's so hard.
Right. Consistent mix, maybe run it through a compressor. Just an idea.
Probably would help.
Yeah.
We don't know who's been infected, but someone here is not what he or she appears.
Hey!
Our guess is that it's someone on the command staff or close to it, since the mole would be looking for vital information. All we have is a code name. Control.
Yeah, did you get that change in the dialogue?
Do you really
level?
expect us to believe you? I mean, how do we know you're not just making all of this up?
Because I have the password. Captain, I realize you don't know me and you've got no reason to trust me, but I can prove what I've said. With your permission, I can send a telepathic probe into the minds of your staff one at a time. I won't scan, won't read, won't do anything to invade your privacy.
Yeah, that's a no.
I will just send the password and see what happens. Just get me on a line of sight. I'll take care of the rest.
I've already done it to all of you in this room.
Yeah.
All right, we'll discuss it. Get back to you later.
Don't take too long, Captain. The implanted personality is conditioned for self-preservation. It will react to anything it perceives as a threat, and as of right now, that is me.
That's called a Borg.
So until this is over, with all due respect, I don't want to be alone with any of you. And you may want to keep an eye on each other while you're at it.
Thanks for the thought.
Suddenly, we're in an episode of Clue.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm just going to say this.
Okay.
What Pat Tallman is able to do as an actress is so infinitely more interesting than what Andrea Thompson ever did as Talia.
100%.
Like, I am immediately enraptured by this character.
Mm-hmm.
And I want, like, I'm with this character. Talia comes on screen and I'm bored out of my Florgan mind. And I have always been bored out of my Florgan mind with her.
Talia and Keffer come onto the scene and you realize you're in a mid-90s TV show.
Yeah. Yeah. And the thing is, Keffer's more interesting than Talia, to be honest with you.
I know.
The very little we get of him before he gets, his skin peeled off. But
one thing I noticed in this scene is that she doesn't have any gloves on, right? And so she mentioned, I
Lita,
escaped.
you mean.
Lita, yeah.
Yeah.
I escaped Psychor. And so much later in the series when, spoiler alert, she in name only rejoined Psychor. There's a big deal made of her putting the gloves back on.
Yeah.
What we never got to see was that moment of liberation when she took them off.
Yeah.
I'm just
because she was
imagining
Psychor in The Gathering.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah. Now I want to just to finish up with the Andrea Thompson thing, because one of the things I did point out in our first run through, I just thought she was a bad actress.
Yeah.
Until we got to the last 90 seconds of this episode. It's like, oh, there she is. Now she's a really interesting So I don't know if that's just the way the character was written, if that's the way the character was played, if it's the way they were directed, or she just made really bad choices for Talia up to that moment. But Pat Tallman is knocking it out of the park.
You like your shower? It was glorious. I haven't had a real hot water shower in ages. Want some tea? Love some.
Take some coffee.
You know
Tea.
that Ivanova. Here's the thing: if Ivanova had wet hair here,
Named Lita Alexander.
Yeah. Do you know?
Do you like your shower takes on a whole new meaning there, right?
Yes. She was a year behind me at the academy. When she found out she didn't like it, she changed departments, became a commercial teep like me. Oh, teeps, it's a sort of an in-joke around the core. Teeps for telepaths, teeks for telekinetics.
That's a joke? That's a...
Wrong, Susan.
Damn it, Talia, I don't know who I can trust anymore.
It's funny, I felt the same way lately. So I've come to the decision. There's only one person on this station that I can trust implicitly. You.
100% that's a kiss.
I think that might have been my first impression.
JMS has some words.
Uh-oh.
And honestly, this is some of the message stuff that could come up, but possibly. But well, not really. It's not from the episode. It's just the thing. It says, one of the most consistent comments I get in email and regular mail is that the spirituality conveyed in the show that we have shown and will continue to show, tolerance toward religion, even created sympathetic religious characters.
Okay.
Thank you, quote, thank you for your tolerance, they say, until we show somebody or some action they don't like. And at that point, suddenly it's a lot of tisk-tisking and chest thumping and disapproval. So, okay, how about I just stop all the positive religious aspects of the show? Basically, he was getting hate mail about how dare you put an LGBTQ relationship on television from the same people that are like, thank you for being so tolerant of us. Well,
you and I talked quite a bit in the first episode just about the balls it took to put this on TV, to put a same-sex kiss that, unlike Star Trek and unlike other components, was not still laced with heteronormative undertones.
Right.
But was able to just be what it was and not have to be something else. And, that was huge for the 90s that something like that could happen, And I could see very much, like, this is why people don't put that on screen.
Yep.
Because you get the mail.
This is such great buildup, though, on everything to this point has led us to believe it's Ivanova.
That the mystery.
Ma'am, we're supposed to
Whatever.
transfer you to a better facility so you can get some sleep.
Thanks, I could use it.
This way, please.
Dude, that guy is just screaming 90s actor, generic actor. Mustache, he's tall and lean and chiseled chin. And somebody's about to get shot. And oh my gosh, that girl's...
Get behind me.
See that in the opening credits coming up.
Yeah, right? You feel like she should be like scanning them as they go by.
No sign of her
At
since
this
last
point.
night. With this latest incident, I am leaning toward letting her perform a telepathic probe.
Captain, I wouldn't submit to a scan to prove my loyalty last year, and I won't submit to one now
going to
either.
be the same thing. She's not going to be scanning anyone or invading their privacy. She's just going to send the password.
I don't want to.
Look, Susan, I know how you feel, all right?
No, you don't.
If someone on staff has been compromised, we need to know that.
He's
our
right.
Our careers, our lives are on the line here.
I get where Ivanova's coming from.
Trust each other or we are dead.
But she should see this too.
And we can't do that as long as this is...
No, here's the thing. I think Ivanova does see it. Ivanova's number one priority is keeping her latent telepath thing a secret. And this would potentially expose it. I think Ivanova gets it, which is why she's about to submit her resignation letter.
Yeah.
Because she can't let that come out. Like, she understands.
You know what?
But
it just came to me like, you don't have to quit Ivanova. Like, just say, fine, I'll do it, but I'm going last. Because if they find the person before me, then I don't have to do it.
Except... as command staff,
yeah, she's got to do it.
You should go first.
Should.
I let myself in. Should change your lock code more often. I'm a latent telepath.
What?
What does that mean? Man, they're gonna do something with this, aren't they?
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be such a thing.
It's game changer. Game
Why
changer.
didn't you tell me this before? I thought we could trust each other.
It's got nothing to do with trust. I've spent my entire life hiding this, Captain. It's not something you can just change overnight.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so let's stop and talk for a second.
Okay.
Let's talk about the issue of trust. Okay. Ivanova has somebody that she is sleeping with. Relatively new, but still.
Yeah.
Like in the most intimate of ways, sleeping with, right? Yet she doesn't trust that person enough with her deepest secret.
That honestly makes sense to me.
The person she does trust is her commanding officer who's about to force her to do a thing. What does this say?
She trusts John. Trust is a thing that's built, right?
Yeah.
And it's tested and it's forged over time. And she and John have that. You know, they've been in spots together. They've, Ivanova hurled somebody off the third floor or whatever for stuff, and he was there for that. They have the reps in.
Yeah.
She and Talia are it's a brand new relationship. And I think that we equate physical intimacy with trust and emotional intimacy, and they are different things. And I think that and I think that's the thing. You don't have, in fact, I would go so far as to say that most people in physically intimate relationships do not trust each other. And that's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's I mean, there's a whole lot that could be said that's way bigger than the scope of this show regarding that specific topic. But I find it very interesting that they're building up this whole thing between her and Talia, frankly, so fast.
Out of nowhere.
But when it really comes down to what matters in this episode, when the chips are all on the table, she's still turning to Sheridan and not this other person. And
I think the other piece, and Suzanne brings this up in the chat, Ivanova knows just as well as everybody else that even though Talia is questioning her loyalty to Psychor, she's still Psychor. And what we know from the greater canon of everything is if someone finds out, specifically Psychor finds out you are telepath.
Okay, so
obligated.
So let's then talk about how absolutely retardedly dumb Ivanova is being by sleeping, no gloves, literal full skin-to-skin contact in many, many places with a telepath who is still employed by Psychor, who's just going to pick up. They can just pick up on stuff. You don't have to tell them. They don't have to be trying. Just pick up on stuff. You're in such a vulnerable moment. How dumb is you to put yourself in that situation when this is the thing you have to keep secret?
So first I would say ridiculously. on my R word for that. But no, we hear her talk about that with Jason Ironheart in Mind War, right?
Yeah.
She talked how incredibly intimate and connected it is. But again, just like I said earlier, many people, including Ivanova and Talia, in physically intimate relationships aren't that vulnerable. That connection isn't happening. It's a physical act.
Jeff, the whole reason for the gloves is to stop the physical contact.
What did Ivanova just tell us?
The only thing that is possible is if when her and this matters. Okay, this is a family-friendly show. We got to stay PG-13 here, okay? All right? Or PG. When her and Ivanova are skin to skin, okay?
Mm-hmm.
This is not about vulnerability. This is about physics. Not physical, but physics. She should be able to feel stuff and get stuff straight away. And the only thing that makes sense is what Andrew says in the chat. Maybe Ivanova's using protection, which the only thing I can think is a full body protection.
Like Naked Gun. But no, she told us what protection she's using. She learned at a very young age to block. And that's a thing that people do, which again, to my earlier point, she is not giving all of herself. She's maintaining that block in the moment because she knows that they would get everything.
But again, I'm going to go back. I'm going to rest on the fact that your first word here was ridiculous, because it is ridiculous. Because while you're saying all of that, and while Ivanova may be working to maintain the block, she is literally putting herself in the most dangerous situation for that block to slip.
Brent,
in skin to skin contact in a moment with a telepath who can just read. By the way, Talia's not even level 5 anymore. She's level whatever, although Ivanova doesn't know that. But she's putting herself in such a dangerous situation when this is a thing that is so important to her to protect.
Couple things. One, the scans are intentional.
Not always.
Not
always. Talia's walking down the hallway. Here comes Londo with murderous intentions, and she just picks up on it as she goes by.
But the top of Ivanova's mind isn't her telepathy. The top of her mind is this is pretty freaking awesome right now. Like, I'm digging this thing.
But how deep is that? I'm just saying.
She's repressed this, Brent. She's repressed this for 25, 30 years.
I don't care.
And has a lot of experience.
This is the dumbest thing we have ever seen Ivanova do, is sleep with a telepath who works for Psycor. If this is that important to her, forget the physical intimacy of that thing. Allowing herself to be bare skin to bare skin in a moment where, guess what? Your guard is down because it feels good, and that's going to slip, and you don't even mean it. It's just Ivanova's being dumb. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Ivanova is being dumb.
Where my heartburn is coming is not in what you're saying. It's in what it's actually describing.
It's that popcorn you were eating earlier.
It is that too. But this is the thing. If every time people were about to be physically intimate thought about their best interests, STIs would no longer be a thing.
Yes, but it's the same thing. Uh-huh. You're absolutely right.
And they are running rampant. People are dying from them because, well, I mean, it's probably okay.
What's the chances it could happen? Like 1 in 20? That's like 19 times that I would not do it.
Right? Yeah. It's this. Yeah, I think the whole thing is a really deep conversation, not for this, around the difference in intimacies and in actually like protecting yourself physically and emotionally in those situations. I think, though, in this case, I agree it's a huge risk, but I also think that she's been suppressing this for so long, and it's such a guard that's the metaphor that shows that, like, I'm willing to be physically intimate with a person who I am not willing to be emotionally intimate with. And I mean, maybe that's fine. Maybe it's not, but it's a commentary, if nothing else. There is commentary there.
This is either a plot hole that JMS just didn't even think about, which is kind of what I lean towards, or two, because you're 100% right. If people actually stopped and thought with the brain in their head instead of the brain, I mean, we make the joke all the time about men, like they got two heads and only one of them works at the same time.
Well, it's amazing that we were given two heads, but just enough blood to feed
run one of them.
Yeah.
Right. And whatever the female equivalent of that is, I'm not going to get into anatomy, but whatever that is, that's what's going on with Ivanova here. And that's how dumb that is. So here's the message. I'm going to give it to you right now. Use protection.
Yeah.
Right. And when you're going to be intimate with somebody, stop and think with the head up here before you do it, because you might let something slip that you didn't want to let slip.
Exactly.
Because Ivanova's being dumb by getting into this relationship right now. And that also makes her very normal.
My head. Tell no one. She taught me how to fool the tests given at school, transferred me from one school to another, always staying one step ahead of the Psi Corps.
So, are we going to do this?
Yes, you'll start with me.
You're sure?
I can't ask anyone else to do this until I've done it myself.
I love that. That's fantastic.
Send the password. Well, when do you start?
I've already done it. You're clean.
Is the password peekaboo?
Hey, doctor.
I bet I was wishing it was him the first time.
They're doing the weird eyes.
Clean.
Yep.
Mr. Garibaldi?
You and I both loved that his first response was to de-arm himself just in case something went off.
And then he's freaking hilarious.
And you and I both were like,
gotcha.
We immediately knew he was faking.
Yeah.
Michael.
I love it. I love it
that
so
to me
much.
Again?
Just couldn't help myself.
He handed him the gun
We're going to
by
hold
the
off
barrel.
on Ivanova for now. We've got plenty of other people to check, and I suggest we get to it.
Yeah, Ben, he's right. It's a nice way to get yourself shot, Mike.
Yes, I did.
Hey, look, Corin's not in
I just
profile.
want to say that I think you're doing a very good job.
What? I'm an evil Corwin.
Well,
Thanks, boss. That's a future leading man.
Right? Oh, yeah.
Zach? Sir? Thank you for coming. Yes, sir.
And you can go.
That'll be all.
That's it, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir.
I just needed to see you.
Next? I've been evaluating your recent work. Congratulations. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
That'll be all. Thank you.
You know what the lesson is here, Jeff? Every once in a while, just parade in literally everybody that is in your purview, like underneath you, and tell them they've been doing a good job, just for the sake of saying they've been doing a good job.
Right?
Can you imagine what the talk is out at the water cooler?
Exactly.
Did he do that? He did that to me too. What's going on? This is weird. Did he do that to you too? Yeah.
Are we getting laid off? Like, what's happening?
And are we getting a raise?
Right.
Is this a raise for everybody? I bet he's sucking up for Night Watch is what it is.
Uh-huh.
Or he's about to run a coup and he's just trying to make sure we're all on his side.
All right, thank you. That'll be all.
If you didn't like me, you can take me off your list. See, I think you're doing a great job.
All right, anything?
No, he's clean. They've all been clean. If the password worked, you'd see a definite reaction.
So what are we supposed to do now?
I love the composite, like how
Just
this
keep
scene
on
breaks
going?
down.
We've got over 5,000 technical staff here, and that doesn't even include the Dockers Guild, medical support, environmental personnel.
The further you go from the center of power, the less likely it is we're going to find the person that we're looking for.
I suggest you move those eyes somewhere else. I know what she's implying.
Look, no one is implying anything.
To avoid discovery, the implanted personality will do or say anything, manipulate anyone.
Is that what you think I'm doing?
Well, you sure as hell are worried about something. Mind telling us what it is you're hiding?
At this point,
That's enough!
At this point, I'm past Ivanova being the
Now look
implanted
at us.
personality.
This is exactly what Psi Corps wants. They want us paranoid, afraid of each other. Divide and conquer. It's the oldest rule in the book.
I think at this point, I'm thinking nobody
Suggest
is.
we all join hands and sing Kumbaya?
Mr.
That's a great
Garibaldi,
gif.
I'll do it.
This is neither the time nor the place.
I said I'll do it. Now, before I change my mind.
And Talia walks in from around the corner.
blocking me.
See, if she was blocking Talia while they were doing it, Talia would know.
Because Talia would be actively scanning. Lita's actively doing the thing.
Or subconsciously scanning, just passively scanning.
I'm sorry.
Because that's what happens when it just happens as part of the mating process for telepaths.
I was looking for you.
I'm gonna do this anyway.
My God, it's her.
Give me the gun.
You blew my cover. You're dead. You hear me? You're dead.
Get her out of here. Put her under house arrest
The
now!
Corps' mother, the Corps' father. You're dead, Lead Alexander. We'll find you. The Corps will find you.
Okay, that's not the evil Talia I remember.
Oh, there's more evil
The
Talia.
good
coming.
evil Talia. That's not the one I remember.
Yeah,
How
it's
could
still
she do
coming.
this to us?
It's her with Ivanova.
It's not her fault. She's been carrying this artificial personality all this time without even knowing.
I guess it could have been a lot worse, though, huh? Another day or two, we would have invited her into our little cell group.
Yeah.
Man, if Lita had to come aboard 1 week later.
We'd be standing in front of a court-martial board right now.
If not, just summarily executed.
Is there anything else that we can use to protect ourselves, if necessary?
I wanted to see you before you left. I know this isn't your fault, and I hope somewhere there's a part of you that can still hear me.
Always the romantic. The program is complete. The Talia you knew no longer exists.
Wow.
Vonna was like, well, I like your hair.
You don't know what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Living only in the shadows of her mind, watching, laughing at all of you out here. Foolish, petty, stupid. There I was, trapped inside, able to come out only at night when she was asleep. And you believed
the mouth noises.
Everything she said to you. All the things you wanted to hear. All the words I whispered in her thoughts while she lay sleeping.
Oh, man.
The words that would get her closer to you and to what you knew.
Dude, she would make a real good Maleficent.
Oh, yeah.
You should see the look on your face. My good and dear friend, Susan.
She should have slapped her.
You're right. The Talia I knew is dead.
I had to see you again before my ship leaves.
We slept together once.
Right? You might not
that?
remember.
I never told them.
You were passed
I
out.
never told anyone.
Right.
I hid it all away in the smallest, tiniest corner of my mind. They could have killed me and they still wouldn't have found it. Would I open that small door in my mind where I kept the memory of you? I hope I could come back again, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Until then...
Does JMS know that she's coming back for more in this?
I'm not
episode?
sure, actually.
Is this just a one-off for Pat Tallman right now?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We can see like a reflection in her eye. I remember this.
What's the halo? We talked a lot about the halo. It's a ring light. It's just a ring light.
It is.
I mean, it seems almost so obvious knowing what Kosh is.
Yeah, now.
What that is. It seems so obvious back then.
Well, clearly it was.
The fact you called that out.
Yeah, it was that obvious. Apparently.
Are you a telepath, Jeff?
Well, I'm not. You'll never know because I'll block you if you try to find out.
Well, you know, are you also able to block the people you sleep with?
All the time. Yeah. It gets exhausting, though. It's hard to make myself appear a certain way to so many people at once.
Oh, you're that. I see. Well played, my friend. Well played.
Thank you. Well, Brent, that's Divided Loyalties for the second time.
Yeah.
I will say it's a different experience than the first time. In
Jeff,
so
hold
many
on.
ways.
Pause. We're going back into this episode.
Oh.
All right. People in the council chambers are saying that in the sound, we can only turn it up so far on the video, but I could turn it up on my headphones and I can hear it better on my headphones. They're saying if you listen closely, you can actually hear his wings unfurling. So I'm going to play this piece again and let's see if we can't pick up on that moment.
Okay.
There it is.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, cool. You hear the vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yep. Yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
It doesn't, like, and I'm going to blame the sound mixing for this. It kind of blends with a lot of the other techie sounds that are
I think
going
it's
on.
supposed to, though. But in that case, I think it's supposed to. You're not supposed to have any clue what that is.
It's just for those of us who know.
Right. Well, I will say, though, I do this in theater, not for television. So let me put that out right at the front. But I would think that would actually be something you'd want to bring as a sound mixer myself.
Mm-hmm.
You would want to bring that up significantly bit more forward. And that, like, we shouldn't have to turn it up and listen real closely for the
yeah.
It should be there. And honestly, it should clue into us to just go, oh, whatever, or to be like, hey, what is that sound?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it should do something like that. It's so buried, you would never do that. But I think that's the way they actually wanted it. I would just disagree with that being the call of how to make it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. So Brent has Divided Loyalties for the second time.
Yeah.
Definitely a different experience than the first time, I think. What do you think?
Here's my notes. Evil Talia is the best Talia.
Yeah, 100%.
But Lita Alexander is better than any Talia.
Okay.
Evil Talia was way more over the top and cartoonish than I remember.
Yeah.
And she was not as great as I remember. Like, I loved her the first time. And I mean, I dug her this one. Evil Talia is still better than any other Talia we got. But she was so laying it on as an actress, you know. And while I would love to see a little bit more of that, we've seen other villains that are over the top, but not as cartoonish.
All right.
You know,
okay.
I told you, like, she reminds me of like a Maleficent, like she almost comes across like a Disney character, like a Disney villain.
Wow.
No, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the way she really came across to me, which I'm just gonna go back to, you know, we've kind of talked about, like, is she just not a good actress? I hate to make proclamations like that, Jeff, but
well, I think we hit it
just
earlier.
Not seeing the evidence of it here.
I don't know that I'm not going to make any comment on her being an actress. This wasn't a good role for her.
Just not a good merging of the two, of actor and role.
Yeah,
maybe. But as some people are saying in our council chambers chat, she actually stopped acting and went on to become like a news anchor or something.
Yeah,
because she couldn't act. So, you know, but hey, listen, you know what? At least she got to go do it, and we didn't. So
right? Yeah,
good on her.
Here we are talking about her.
Right.
There is that.
Yeah, I think this is, Jeff, I think this might be, you know how we get these episodes, Jeff, that are good the first time around.
Mm-hmm.
But when you see what's going on and you know what's happening and you watch it again, and oh my God, it's just so much better. This is an episode that I think is so much better the first
time. Yes.
Not the second time around. I like the episode, but it wasn't like I don't know. I wasn't as enthralled with it. I wasn't as on the edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my seat about Lita.
Yeah.
It's like, she's really good, you know?
I think that for Pat Tallman and Claudia Christian, this was a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
They brought so much. And like in the Evil Talia scene that we were like, oh, she's so great. No, man, Ivanova was the great one.
Yeah.
In that, because she was clearly hurt, but she was ice freaking cold. Like that was fantastic.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Jeff, we had a bit of a falling out, an argument.
Really?
A splitting of ways, a dividing of loyalties. No, actually we didn't. Not at all. But messages. Let's talk messages for the episode. Unless you had anything else you wanted to discuss prior going into that, because we think Dundradal says it right. It's not as exciting when you know things aren't going to develop. You're just like, I'm not paying attention to that anymore.
Well, someone
Sleeper
said it,
agent, the Bureau 13, none of that matters ultimately. This is just how we get her off the show.
Yeah, somebody said it earlier in the chat, and it's like, this is a dropped thread that we really regret. Even the whole, like, is she going to come back? Is there something?
They don't do drop threads in Babylon 5, Jeff.
Nothing. There's no dropped plot holes except for all the ones that got dropped.
Right.
And and like Dundradal says, you know, well, it's Lita's great because of the start of her Vorlon journey. Agreed. And Pat Tallman is great in her acting. And I can hear an argument, if someone hasn't made it already, but an argument, this is important because it's Lita reconnecting with, that could happen anywhere else. That didn't have to happen in this episode. It's important, yes, and it'll happen.
It's important because this is the episode that it happened in.
Yeah.
But it didn't have to be this episode. It could have happened in any number of ways. And Pat Tallman would have come in and knocked it out of the park because she's fantastic in this role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, Pat Tallman owns this role. You know, it's interesting. We did talk quite a bit about the whole skin to skin glove contact and how she's no longer with the Psy Corps, so she doesn't wear the gloves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And later when she pseudo goes back to the Psy Corps, she does put the gloves back on. Did you know, little fun fact, our friend Dylan, our actual friend Dylan, will corroborate this with me. In the action figures that they created for Babylon 5, now they didn't create a ton of them, but several of them did have variants.
Okay.
One of the variants was Lita Alexander, and the variant was glove on or gloves off.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I have them both. I've got them both. I've got all the variants. I've got the full collection now. I've got them all. I feel like a Pokemon master now.
Right.
Caught them all. But yeah, one with gloves on, one with gloves off.
Interesting. That's kind of cool. But you, Brent, wanted to talk about messages a bit.
I mean, what did you get, Jeff? Because I got don't sleep with people you don't trust. But that's more of a Brent philosophy moral thing, not necessarily I think what the show is trying to get across.
Right.
What did you get, Jeff?
I'm trying to set this up so I don't accidentally make a mess, but I'm trying to make a visual point to our podcast listeners. This is a can of water, and I got about that out of the whole thing.
For the record, Jeff just turned it over, and literally a single drop fell out of it into his cup.
Yeah. So another way of putting it is, pretty much jack squat. Like, use protection. Yeah. Don't be an idiot. Protect yourself. We made all that up. Those are our messages in this one. The other one, maybe, if you have a secret, it can be liberating to share it with someone you trust. I'm really digging hard.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that it says something significant. And again, I think this is going to be up to individual interpretation based on personal moral values.
Okay.
Does you clear on what I'm saying here? This is completely up to the individual viewer.
Yeah.
The idea that Ivanova would tell Sheridan her deepest, darkest secret, but not the person she was sleeping with, I feel there could be something there for people to chew on, if that's a moral code for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I mean, outside of that, no, it just wasn't. But I will tell you, I loved seeing Lita back.
Yeah.
You know, like pieces are moving into place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we know here in just a couple weeks, we're going to get, Marcus is going to come on the scene, which is going to be great to have Marcus back. Talia's going away. We know Lita's going to be back, even though there was no indication. Is there any indication that she got like a new contract for the show, or was this just a one-off and JMS was like, actually, we could do more with her later on? I'd be shocked if JMS didn't have bigger plans for Lita at this point.
She outright said, I don't know if I'm going to be back in this one. Like, that's what she said to Kosh. I hope I can come back.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I don't have any messages. So we'll move on from that topic. Here's what I will put this out. I'll put this out to our community. I'll put this out to anybody who is listening or watching this episode. Did you get any messages?
Yeah.
Email us in. You can do it at thebadnerds@gmail.com or check out links down in the show notes below. You can tweet at us, Instagram us. You can join our Discord and talk to us there. Would love to know what things you guys saw. But Jeff, we do get to place this in our 100% completely accurate and definitive ranking of Babylon 5 for the second time, season 2. Who's putting this one in? Is this you or me?
It's on the notes.
It is you.
Yeah.
It's on the notes. My notes closed and I don't have them up. I'm like, oh shoot. Hey, let me try that again, Jeff. Okay.
Okay.
We can edit this, right? Welcome to the behind the scenes unedited version there, folks. You know, Jeff, we might not have had any messages on this, but we do have one job that we always get to do no matter what is going on within the episode, and that is we get to create our 100% completely accurate and definitive ranking of Babylon 5 Season 2, watching this for the second time. Our current top 5, Jeff, top 5, number 5 is And Now for a Word.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is Confessions and Lamentations. 3, Geometry of Shadows. 2, The Coming of Shadows. 1, In the Shadow of Zaha Doom. That's the top 5. But Jeff, I've got to wonder if we're even going to crack the top 5 based on second watch. I feel like you and I are fairly aligned with this one. Where do you get to place it? Also, can you tell me where this wound up in our original ranking?
Let's start with that.
Here's what I know. When we placed this in it, we originally placed it at number 5. I'm curious where it landed at the end, though.
It landed at number 7.
Okay.
So we got Long Twilight Struggle.
That went in above it.
In the fall of Night.
Also went in above it, which I completely understand that. And you had a weird one with Comes the Inquisitor, which is in between, which is a fantastic episode.
We shall see.
So this originally was number 5, went down to number 7 by the time we were done. Jeff, where does this one go in the ranking now?
I really enjoyed this episode on the second watch. Just the composition of it, the episode itself.
Yeah.
It had so many technical flaws in it, though. Some weird lighting stuff, the sound stuff. And if this episode never happened, the world of Babylon 5 would continue on just fine. And so, oh man, I'm very curious at this point which episode is going to be the one that had the most dramatic change from the first time to the second time. But this one might be in the running, because Brent, it's going to be our new number 14.
Wow.
Right under Points of Departure.
Wow. I can't even argue with that. Like, I can't argue with that. I'm curious where the people in Red Sector, which was a group that Jeff and I were not allowed into during the first, it's just people that got together to talk about us behind our backs, with our blessing, I might add. I wonder where they were like, are they stupid? Where does this episode go? Jeff, you said something, and I just want to be absolutely clear about my thoughts and feelings on this episode.
Okay.
All right. While I did not enjoy this episode this time around as much as I did the first time, I still really like this episode.
Okay, yeah.
I still enjoyed this episode. I would never not watch this episode. You know, like this episode is not offensive. It's a good episode. It just wasn't what I remembered as, and I think it's because we know how much of this just turns into a big nothing burger coming off this episode.
Right.
You know, so
it was a fine episode.
Yeah. Look, I think even if it may not be in the exact right position, I think you're right there in the zone. That hunter prey acts of sacrifice, points of departure
kind of,
you know. And then I think if there's the dividing line, all right, like those are okay episodes.
Yeah.
Like good episodes, just but then we have a line, and then we get into A Distant Star, Revelation, Spider in the Web. I'm not sure why Knives is so far down. And then The Long Dark. Like those are just not good episodes.
Right. Yeah.
Knives might need to be lifted a little bit. Just that's in the wrong grouping of episodes there. But regardless, it's in the right area, I would say.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, that is going to do it for Divided Loyalties. Next week, we're watching an episode that is probably my most highly anticipated episode so far.
Yeah.
I loved this episode the first time around, Jeff. This is like top 5, maybe top 3 episode of the whole damn series for me.
Yeah.
Coming off the first time. And I'm interested to see if it still holds up. The Long Twilight Struggle. Jeff, way back when we did this for the first time, we would hear that, never knowing what the episode was about or seeing anything or whatever. Just we'd make blind guesses as to what the episode would be about. Do you remember what you made a blind guess that this one was going to be about?
I sure do. I thought this would be Keffer. Keffer's going to go out looking for the shadows, and he's going to get captured by them. And they're going to offer him the Morden deal.
Yeah, you did.
But that's not all. That's not all.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I heard it, and I about jumped out of my seat, too.
I said that Morden deal down the road will lead to a meeting with Sheridan, Keffer, Morden, and Anna.
That you did. The only thing you could have done better was say on Zahadum.
Right, exactly.
That's the only way you could have done that better. And then maybe like, by the way, Keffer will have aged a little bit, and we're going to learn that his first name is Justin.
Right, yeah, the whole Warren thing's just a joke. It's Justin. And
right.
I'm just pulling that out of nowhere.
Well, it's his middle name.
Right.
Warren Justin, or Justin Warren Keffer.
Yeah, he's J. Warren Keffer. Is his thing.
He went by his middle name for a while. That's all it was.
Yeah, so that was my prediction. What did you predict?
That's a pretty dang good prediction there.
I think so.
I said sparkly vampires. Long Twilight. Sparkly vampires. No, actually, I said this is going to be a Delenn episode, and her struggling with her new identity. You know, it's been about a year since she's had her transformation, a little bit less, and you know, she's started to learn how to live with it, but still there's just the everyday struggle that goes along with something like that. So that's what I said it would be about.
Cool. Well, Brent, we're going to watch it next week. And I think much like you and myself, for much of the community out there, this is one of the most anticipated episodes of the entire series for us to watch. So don't miss this, right? If you're listening to this on a podcasting app, I want you to go over and subscribe right now. Even if you've already done it, do it again. If you're on YouTube, do the same. Subscribe.
Just make sure you don't unsubscribe.
Or if you do, and then back. Just make sure when you leave the app, you're still subscribed. Do that. Right. Do the same thing on YouTube. Hit the bell so you know when this thing comes out. I'm excited to watch this with you. I'm also excited to watch it with a growing community. So share this show with your friends and even people that aren't your friends, but you know, maybe they would benefit from watching a cool episode like The Long Twilight Struggle. So I'm going to close this out so we can get to that next episode. We'll see you next time. Brent.
Hey, Jeff.
Yes, my friend. What's up?
Hey, you know how we do these ending things like every week? We try to think of something funny to close out the show with.
Yeah, I mean, we try.
Well, you know, the truth is it's the closing. It's actually a really, really important part of our show. These things really mean something, and they can lead to such important things.
Really?
Absolutely. I mean, If anyone ever missed one of these closing pieces, they might just lose the whole thread of the show.
You know, man, I agree. Because the thing about the bad nerds, like the biggest thing, is there are never any dropped threads.
I mean, we're not some deep space franchise. The station is about something.